Today we'll be talking about GameStop and a little bit about MMTLP as well too. Today is July 28th, 2022. Let me start by saying that I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This information is intended for entertainment and educational purposes only. And it looks like we may be seeing some cracks in the wall. So we may be seeing some interesting activity in 90 days or 30 days. We'll see. There was this tweet by Cohen, which is pretty cool. He says, "Today is the best time to be alive in human history is now." Awesome. Great tweet, Ryan. And we see another tweet from Ignatius Van Zyl, also known as Nasvizil. The GME squeeze has already started. GME shorts are being squeezed by retail still buying and not selling or lending, lenders increasing borrow fees, and increased NSCC fees for fails to deliver. We're holding longer than they're staying solvent. Ask Melvin. Diamond hands, rocket to the moon. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, we were asked for some more input as to what Ignatius Van Zyl meant. And he said, we have lots to show. Look at the billions of dollars of losses the shorts have endured, and it's increasing day by day. I haven't lost anything. I still have my shares in a company that is steadily but surely growing stronger every single day. So here's some examples of some losses. If we look at this article on the street, said GameStop short sellers take a beating in July. This is followed up by some other stuff that says GME GameStop is among the top 10 most unprofitable shorts in July so far. The top being, of course, Tesla, which is very unprofitable. But GameStop is up there. It's the average fees are around 32%, and there's a fair amount of losses there. So okay, just FYI. Also, if no one if no one heard before, looks like BlackRock lost $1.7 trillion in 6 months. BlackRock is one of the biggest investment firms on Wall Street. They're used to breaking records. The world's largest asset manager was the first firm to break through the $10 trillion of assets under management. But this year, the Wall Street behemoth run by Larry Fink chalked up another record, the largest amount of client money lost by a single firm over a 6-month period. In the first half of the year, BlackRock jettisoned $1.7 trillion. While the firm quickly sought to pin the blame on the 2022 market carnage, there's more to the picture, and it doesn't bode well for investors. Yeah. So I saw this really interesting tweet by Copy&Paste. He said, shorts have approximately 90 days to cover their GME dividends, their GME dividend splits, or be in default. And that's around October 20th to 21st. And I thought that was interesting because, I also saw this video from Jackson Hunter. And he happened to mention in his video that GameStop has given the DTCC up to 90 days to handle shares properly per the prospectus. GameStop is able to remove their shares from the DTCC and basically start their own stock exchange. Something about 90 days, right? So I talked to Copy&Paste, and and we had a discussion. He's a pretty cool guy. I recommend you, by the way, subscribe to his Twitter feed. Its links are provided. And basically, it seems that special dividends, which are non-cash dividends, they're generally allowed up to 90 days to be resolved. And this seems to fit in well with what happened with Tesla. If we look, Tesla had a split by dividend, and it took about 75 days of going sideways, for them to start their increase, their massive increase. So, 75 days is less than 90 days, so that would fit well within the thesis that 90 days could be, a special thing. So, I was curious about Metamaterials and Torchlight because they also had a special dividend. They did a reverse merger, and if you look, they had a split last year around June 22nd timeframe. And if we look, they had a splitter on the June 22nd timeframe, in which case you were supposed to get Series A preferred shares if you were a Torchlight shareholder. That's a special dividend. And somewhere around 75 days, as measured by TradingView, 75 bars, which are basically 75 trading days, we're seeing that something interesting happened. That is, that's when the MMTLP symbol came into existence, and then people suddenly started seeing, instead of Series A preferred shares in their account, MMTLP shares, and MMTLP shares started trading on October 7th, 2021. Quite interesting. So maybe there is something to this. I don't know. Could be. Something to think about. There's also another really cool tweet by Ignatius Van Zyl. He said, GameStop, to avoid NSCC FTD fees going from 25 cents to $3 per FTD per day, they have to roll the millions of GME FTDs created as a result of the split within 29 days of the split date. Something exciting to look forward to, right? So what's he talking about here? Well, if we look further on, he's got he's got a link to this DTCC files, and if you check out the link, you'll see that there's this NSCC fee schedule for 2022. That's a PowerPoint slide to the fee schedule, and if you move on down the fee schedule, you'll see that they've got fees, but they also have this interesting one: fail to deliver to CNS, 25 cents per item short in CNS for 1 to 30 days at close of business. But it goes up to $3 per item short in CNS for more than 30 days at close of business. And so GameStop, if we look at that, is somewhere in the range of $33 per share. So if they're going to be paying $3 per share that they're short in CNS, meaning that they have failed to deliver in CNS for 30 days or longer, that's 10% of the stock price. That's a fair amount of shares to be short, and they could be short a lot based upon, the fact that we've got this 3-for-1 split via dividend. You get 3 shares for every 1 share that you had. Quite interesting. So after 30 days, the shorts with FTDs, failures to deliver, will pay the price of the stock every 11 days. That's something to think about. But then, there was a piece of news that came out from the U.S. Congress a few weeks ago. This came out on June 24th to little fanfare. There was a lot of other news in that day, and so this news got buried. Interesting that it got released on that day. Anyway, part of their findings, they found 4 key findings, and one of the key findings was that the DTCC waived $9.7 billion of collateral deposit requirements in January 28th, 2021. So will these fees suddenly go away? I don't know. But I do know that it is the best time to be alive in human history. It's pretty cool. So, are we seeing cracks in the wall? Are we seeing effects of, some stuff happening? Hard to say. Anyway, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This information is intended for entertainment and educational purposes only. It is July 28th, 2022, and I am saying goodbye.